The North Sea and Baltic Sea are not just beautiful. They are busy and important. These seas support marine life and are crucial for our economy and well-being. They also face many challenges. We need space for nature, energy, and food. Competition for space is growing, and we must protect nature while ensuring food and clean energy security. Our lives depend on healthy ecosystems. Conflicts over space and resource degradation are increasing. Without the right knowledge, it is not possible to make informed decisions to solve these problems.
My name is Safia von Amsberg, and I am part of the Secretariat for the CPMR North Sea Commission. What the North Sea Commission is essentially an organization of regional governments around the North Sea. As we move forward, we're going to see ports becoming more and more energy hubs. We're going to see the need for that. But it's so important to have the opportunity to sit so many different stakeholders around the same table and really foster that conversation to make sure that there's not certain aspects that we're sort of forgetting in planning.
I'm Nancy Nevian and I'm a business leader of Shells and Valves. I'm more than 30 years now active in the aquaculture, and I must say that in the beginning we were strong believers of intensive systems. But nowadays we see that we have to shift and we have to think more about regenerative aquaculture, nature-inclusive aquaculture. There are talks now to make inclusion of nature restoration mandatory in tender procedures, but they are not talking about aquaculture. They're not talking about food production, which is very strange, because at the European level, food security is very important, but it's apparently in a different department. So even at European level, there is no integration between food production and nature conservation and energy. So I think even at European level, this should be much more better integrated, so that also the tender procedures that at the European level are published take into account these three factors.
Despite these challenges, there is hope. The ULTFARMS project and other initiatives offer solutions. Deltares is proud to lead this project, promoting innovation and sustainability. Healthy seas mean a healthy future for all of us.
My name is Eva Stotherte. I'm working at the R&D Center, University of Applied Sciences, based on the Baltic Sea in Germany. The objectives of this pilot in the North Sea is to try to find a suitable multi-use scenario growing aquaculture species like blue mussels, European oysters, seaweed next to a wind park called Deltares and next to a multi-use offshore wind research platform called Fino 3. This location is very special regarding the maximum wave height, like 80 meters, the significant wave height of 6 meters and up to 9 meters, and very far distance from shore, like 100 nautical miles. So we need multi-use scenarios, sharing ships, sharing offshore staff to make it a feasible, economical business one time. So what we found out so far are all kinds of multi-use synergies with the already operating offshore users within this area.
Hello everyone, my name is Annelies de Klerk. I'm from Ghent University in Belgium, and I'm here with my 2 colleagues out of 5 colleagues that we are of partners in the Belgian pilot in ULTFARMS. The Belgian pilot is all about ocean multi-use and combining aquaculture of bivalves and cultivation of seaweed, and also creating with nature-inclusive design oyster reefs that we all implement within the offshore wind farm of Belwind.
I am Elisabeth, working at Parque Quintagera, in this case representing Belwind, and I can mention some of the challenges that we had in this project. Some of them are the standard offshore challenges, like the weather dependence, that we need a very good planning, and even then with the planning sometimes we have to change due to the weather conditions. We also have a very important topic of safety. There we need to consider that the vessels performing the work are performing in a safe and correct way. We also need specific trainings, and still considering all the works that are done already in the wind farm, and that also brings some high costs for the vessel and all those topics that are needed.
I'm Simon Petit. I work as an environmental engineer at Jan de Nul Group, and we are a partner in this ocean multi-use project where we looked into the logistics. We made sure all the equipment was on time in port, that it was all positioned on the vessel correctly, and that we were able to perform a precise operation. This operation was managed by Lisk Marine, who also performed the installation initially. That made it a bit easier, yet they had to come up with innovative engineering work. They needed to make extended method statements. We used a mass flow excavator for this to remove quite some sand around the screw anchors. Afterwards, the screw anchors could be taken out. Continuous video material was needed and provided, which allowed them to work in a precise way.
ULTFARMS is transforming shellfish and seaweed aquaculture by integrating sustainable cultivation within offshore wind farms and green energy production. It enhances Europe's eco-friendly seafood production while benefiting both the environment and the economy. Innovative solutions have been tested and deployed in this project, with many ready for upscaling and commercialization to realize the innovations of ULTFARMS at scale. Together, we can make a better future for our seas and ourselves.